What's going on, Cancer? And welcome to the Chariot Friends. Justin here, and I hope you're feeling fantastic today. So, for those of you who are returning, welcome back, Soul Tribe. I appreciate your subscriptions, your likes, and shares. Your support really is just incredible, Cancer, and it keeps us growing. And for those of you who are new, welcome. I'm happy Higher Self has brought you here. We're in for an amazing journey. Now, the purpose of this channel, for those of you who have Cancer in your placement, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, wherever, Cancer, this one's for you. And I do tarot cards based upon ruler here, the good old Moon. And I'll talk about what sign she's in, what phase she's in, and when she's going to avoid a course, just all of those lunar shenanigans. And actually, I've had some pretty cool downloads coming in the last few days there, Cancer. I'm excited about this next lunar cycle, how we're going to start approaching things a little bit. So stay tuned for that there, Cancer. And then, last little bit, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one, so take a resonance. Oh, well, Bob. I'm getting used to the positioning of this mic. Take what resonates with, take what resonates with you, Cancer. Never force a reading on a situation, and everything will be fantastic. Let me get myself together. Now, let me just get myself together now. Let's jump into it. Cancer, your space has been cleansed. Crystals, feeling lovely. Just great energy all around here, Cancer. And Cancer, happy Mercury Day. Mercury rules over Wednesdays. Hope you're feeling inquisitive. Maybe we're getting some paperwork wrapped up. Maybe even doing some maybe some research on the internet there. Cancer, doing some studying, whatever that might be, looking like great mercurial things to do. But also, Cancer, we are in a last quarter phase in Libra. And the last quarter phase is the last square that the sun that forms with the moon there, Cancer. Hold on, let me get this card. Cancer. And so this is the second, now that this is on the waning end of the challenges, this phase has to deal with letting go there, Cancer, as far as like, now we're starting to declutter and starting to make space for, getting our grounds and stuff, the fertile grounds ready for this new moon to receive this new downloads that we need to, in order to help ourselves grow their Cancer. Because I don't know if I mentioned this on the last one, but I was listening to someone here recently, and I like how they interpreted the new moon, and I feel like that's a nice way of kind of looking at it, as opposed to forcing something to start. It's intuitively feeling, because when you even think about lunar aspects, Cancer, those happen on a more kind of subtle level because they're happening so fast. The moon traveling through the signs and going through these different phases throughout the month. And so I feel it's like really tuning in and and with this specifically being this phase happening in Libra, this is a great energy to just evaluate where we may have been giving too much in our relationships, whether this be to our partner, or maybe to our families, or maybe to our friends, maybe to our co-workers, to our business partners, whatever that's looking like, checking in those dynamics. And now that we're on that waning phase, maybe there's some that we need to put a little distance between, maybe establish a new sense of boundaries. And again, we're not it doesn't necessarily have to be, when we say boundaries, cutting people off. We're just re-exploring our relationship now. There's been some things that have changed since the last time we've interacted, and we're just trying to understand that groove. Libra is very, very graceful when it comes to the nuances of conversation, and there is that energy of reciprocity that goes in when we do think about Libra energy. So checking in, how is the equity looking in our relationships there? Are we giving more? Are we receiving more? And what does that look? How do we tip the scales back evenly there, Cancer? And even too, just thinking about where the dispositor of Libra is at, Venus, the Empress. She is in Sagittarius right now, and Sagittarius is that energy of their sign of freedom. and that sense of adventure. And this could even be for some of you, Cancer. Maybe you're thinking about how we may have, because on a lower vibration, Libra can tend to lose themselves in their personal relationships and give up this sense of identity in order to keep the peace. So now maybe this could be asking yourself, what ways have you been restricting yourself? Maybe you've wanted to travel more, but we've been been always putting other people's needs before our own, or maybe we've been wanting to bring more beauty, make more time to create, whatever that's looking at, ways you want to expand. And because Libra is about beauty as well there, Cancer. And so this is about, while we're making this, cleaning this space and removing things and getting stuff ready, what abundance are we welcoming in as well? What are we building? What beauty is happening here there? Cancer is a very polished energy when it comes with Libra. And so I feel this can really be one to kind of really get things set up for this new moon that's getting ready to happen in Capricorn here on the 11th. It's going to be, and I'm going to start talking about these phases more aspectually, because there are some really cool things that's happening that I've been kind of paying attention to with some other readers that I've been watching, or in some other astrologers and things. So we're definitely going to be talking about that more, the Cancer getting way more intentional and yeah, feeling these energies more sensitivity there. So stay tuned, Cancer. And then last little bit, these readings that I do, they're not gender specific readings, so apply these energies to people as they make sense for your situations. And then the decks that I'm working with, I've included links for them down in the description box below, so definitely check it out if you're interested. But also down below some links for some other readers that I like watching their Cancer. They're very great with the messages that they have, the downloads that they receive, so definitely check them out. Understand how intuition can translate differently on others there. And speaking of relationships, how people relate to intuition differently, even in a same type of medium there, Cancer, like how nuanced you're starting to think. And then also there's some links for some astrologers that I like watching their Cancer. One of them, just both of them are really great energy, so definitely check them out. And there's some resources that I've included on there as well there, Cancer. I'm gonna start including some books as well. I'm just getting all that stuff in order, and so stay tuned for that there, Cancer. But let's get into your general energy of the day. And look at you, Cancer. This is a very great way, I feel like, to celebrate the moon in Libra, because you have the meditation of creativity here, Cancer. And I love that. You literally taking those, because Cancer, we can be a very creative energy as well, because we do get the gift of feeling and understanding each of the signs in different phases, in different cycles there, and because I feel like we are sensitive to that waxing and waning type of energies there, Cancer. I feel that it's like finding, how do you express these energies, and how are you processing them? I feel like it's taking the things that have happened, and it's just like it's manifesting them in a sense, whether this be through dance, be through art. That can be one very kind of a healthy outlet to process emotions, and maybe even invoke, maybe we've had, let's say, some situations with anger possibly, and I find when I'm really angry, I need to move. I have to, like, whether this is walking, running, working out, whatever that is, and it kind of can help getting that energy out, because then we can get down to the nature of the problem there. You kind of clear that clutter in a sense. And even we can even take this a little bit deeper there, Cancer, with this Libra energy there, and check in, like, creativity, whether this be through sculpting, through building, whatever this is looking like, how we relate to each emotion, and have we take a nuanced and thoughtful approach to what this emotion is trying to get us to create there, Cancer, in our lives, whether this be more time for fun, or maybe it is that new business idea, or maybe it's the direction of which we need to move next. But I do feel if you can find just little moments there, Cancer, to just sort of allow yourself to express, or express yourself, whether this be, maybe taking 10 minutes, doing a little writing, or maybe it's taking a voice memo and just doing some, like, humming a little tune there that you may never do anything with it, but at least you've gotten something out. And just, I don't know, just paying attention to how it makes you feel there, Cancer, because our feelings are very strongly tied to our intuition. So Who knows where the forces are trying to lead you there, Cancer, but let's find out. Let's get some tarot on this and get some details. Thank you. All right, Cancer. Ha! There she is. All right, Cancer. So you have the lovely Queen of Cups here, also equally lovely Queen of Pentacles, the Hierophant, the Five of Pentacles, the Four of Cups, and then the Nine of Swords here, Cancer. And you know, Cancer, because with the Nine of Swords and the Five of Pentacles, these can be very harsh energies. The Five of Pentacles can be this energy of where we may be feeling impoverished, maybe where we feel like we are lacking some sort of resources, or where we may not be feeling self-confident in. Maybe there's some knowledge that we feel that others have over us, or maybe it just can be the state of that we're, you know, maybe there are physical resources, you know, not enough money, or not enough stuff, or not enough, maybe even just like, just it feels like it can be this, like, get you in this sort of lack mentality with the Five of Pentacles, and even can be this sort of like lonely energy that you're the only one who's kind of feeling this thing, that's going through this nightmare in a sense with this Nine of Swords, feeling this anxiety. And you know, Cancer, when we find ourselves steeped in that energy, it can be very frustrating. It can keep us just like, because you see here how this is a perfect example, this Four of Cups, how this guy is just focusing on these empty cups, that he's like, oh, I'll never experience this thing again. But here's this other person, you know, bringing him a new opportunity, something different to experience there. And I even can feel, Cancer, if we don't have this outlet, this can lead to this sense of apathy, because then it gets to like, what's the point? You know, there's this, you know, when we get stuck in that vibration. And I feel that with the Hierophant being here, that there's a way, that finding a healthier way to connect with these more kind of tougher energies there, Cancer, because it's not to say that, you know, as you go through this journey, raise your vibration, that these are just going to magically go away. They just manifest a little bit differently, because as you get stronger, then the situation gets stronger, but so do the rewards there. And I do feel that with the Queen of Cups, it's like we can, when we find different ways to express this, you know, maybe this can be, maybe you want to go, maybe write some poetry and then go do like a spoken word, Cancer. Maybe go present this, or I just feel like this creativity can be a very constructive way of healing for you with this Queen of Cups, this energy to kind of nurture your soul, feel this sort of, I don't know, like the Five of Pentacles can almost, it's giving me almost like this parched energy, Cancer. Now it's time to almost like an Ace of Cups energy, kind of just refill yourself a little bit and tap into newer types of resources here. You know, explore different mediums of expression and see where that can lead you. Because I even feel too with this Four of Cups here, there's almost this just like it's almost like a regret type of energy, in a sense of like we've like almost like of like I've a feeling like maybe we've wasted so much time on something, as opposed to seeing a situation as, I needed to go through this in order to express something in a different way. You know, one example, Cancer, and I'm gonna move on from this. I was thinking the other day about, because I have a musical background, and of course I want to definitely pick it back up, and make more moments to just like, yeah, just to create and play and things. But I was thinking too, even in that, the voice is an instrument as well, and so it had me thinking in a different way of, as far as I got this I can take this gift that I have here and now translate it into a different type of way, try to, I don't know, it's, just thinking about music, things in a more kind of abstract type of way there, Cancer. How can you take these skills and apply, let's say, maybe your painting and work it into your accounting job, or take your baking abilities and apply it into your law making. And I know how that may sound there, Cancer, but it's those creativity things that help inspire you in the day-to-day routine there, Cancer. So yeah, just changing your relationship with the energies a little bit. But let's get some more energy on this, Cancer. All right, Cancer. Ha! And that's very interesting too, there, Cancer, because I I was looking at that. So, Cancer, you have the. That's so fascinating. So you have the Ace of Cups. We were just talking about that. So now here's your cup there, Cancer. You were thirsty, and the universe is here to offer you a big cup. Let's take a little drink of tea there, Cancer. Whatever you happen to be drinking. But you have the Ace of Cups, the Ten of Pentacles, the Star, the Strength card, and the Six of Wands here. I love when Spirit does that. And listen here, Cancer, because check this out. Because I was looking at this picture, and that's what sort of made me feel to get the Ace of Cups here. Because I don't know if you can see how they like that's the Ace of Cups in this painting here. These decks are related, of course, but it's just like the fact that the Ace of Cups would pop up there. It's amazing that when you fuel your soul there, Cancer, find the areas that you need to heal, because I feel like when you're getting into that way of expression there, Cancer, and Leo energy, the Strength card, that's Leo's goal, or one of their purposes in life, is how they do express themselves, how they, it's this larger than life type of energy. They're ruled by the sun, so they're meant to shine bright there. And that's what I feel like your strengths are trying to manifest there, Cancer. But it's amazing when you sink into those little synchronicities and pay attention to these signs, how they can manifest. Because even here, Cancer, you got the Magician here in the background, as well as the Magician card in this deck, and that's Mercury, and it's Mercury Day, Cancer, finding the magic in all of the everyday. Because I feel even with this Four of Cups, this can be a card of boredom, just like it's like we can get so caught up on the Ten of Pentacles, and it can seem so arduous, so challenging. Five of Pentacles can be so tough. Am I going to actually achieve this? Nine of Swords, that we forget to map our really chart our progress on the way there, Cancer, is what I'm kind of feeling with this Six of Wands energy. And two, this is another card that has to deal with relationships, because these are the people, your support system, those that are lifting you up through these harsher times, who aren't just there to be there when you're celebrating in the wins, who will be there for you in the lows there. And understanding that dynamic, and not judging, I feel, when, if a certain, let's say, relationship doesn't come through. It is what it is, but now we have at least a deeper understanding of it, I feel, is what's kind of coming through with the Six of Wands. But I also feel too, just like, if there's a certain group that I feel restricts your energy, Cancer, that almost takes away from you in a sense. It's like, and it's not like they're plotting against you, but it's like they just keep you in the state of lack, in the state of worry. Because we are, I tell you, when you just observe what goes on, Cancer, and how people's thoughts literally do become things, it's kind of incredible. I was talking with someone not too long ago, and when they were explaining the situation to me, there in when you really broke it down, it didn't make sense, and it wasn't. And I say that with no judgment. It was just, it didn't quite. It seemed like we were trying to really create nothing out of something, and it was working, and it was, but it was just very amazing to see that how we can create this reality, and how strong our minds really are there, Cancer. What you take from the divine, what you take from within, channels without, or channels outside of you. So you want to be mindful of that. And two, how it affects your environment there, Cancer. And as you start to change your vibration, those people around you may change. So yeah, just pay attention to those that may just kind of stifle your creativity in a sense, that may keep you from, because you know they're this dog and this cat, they're just kind of feeling it out. It may not, you may not see the work of art that they see. You know, there you just see cat paw prints all over the place, but other animals or maybe even other people may see a masterpiece of Picasso. So, and I feel too, Cancer, this Strength card here, because Ten of Pentacles looks differently for everyone. What you want to leave behind, your legacy, what you feel you're meant to do, what your higher powers are connecting you. Because I like you that you have a lot of this energy here with the Star and the Hierophant, this connecting with Source and the Strong. Even this Ace of Cups, look at your cup overflowing just with ideas and things, Cancer. I feel that there is this having that bravery that Leo has in being themselves without, in not having to look for the applause in others, because that is a thing with Leo, is that they want to do things in order to be loved as opposed to just loving their creativity themselves, letting that fulfill them as opposed to letting what others feel about that, Cancer, if that makes sense. So I like this energy, Cancer. This is dope. Let's get some advice from the Empress. Let's see what's going on with Venus. Because Venus deals with creativity as well. Art, beauty, ruling both Libra and... Love that. Both Libra. And look at how you're syncing up with the energies, Cancer. And you see more? And see, this is what I mean. It's stuff like this, Cancer. It's fantastic. And now, and think about that too, Cancer. Venus rules both over Libra and Taurus. Both Libra and Taurus are here, Hierophant. And you got the Justice card here, Cancer. The Four of Pentacles, the Three of Pentacles, the Seven of Swords. And did I say Justice card, Queen of Swords? Yeah, I'm about to go over all these cards, Cancer. Let's switch back over. Because I feel with this, Cancer, this Justice card is giving me this, remembering the just like the laws of the universe in a sense, you know, like how your mindset, if you stay in this lack of abundance state, or you know, stay with where this Four of Pentacles is giving me this rigid type of energy, this fear of really tapping into our reserves in a sense. It's like we're keeping something like bottled up here, Cancer. And I feel with the Queen, because you got a lot of queens here. Now that I'm to see Queen of Cups, Pentacles, and Wands, I feel that it's, and I like how that conversation is happening between the queens. I feel like it's taking the things that inspire you, that bring you insight, and that light you up there, Cancer, Queen of Wands, and finding different tools and ways to learn about that, Queen of Pentacles, in order that to allow you to heal yourself and to heal others there, Cancer, Queen of Cups. And I feel we're working in a different type of way there, Cancer, working in a more, when you allow yourself to tap into that creativity, how you can come about different solutions to things. There's more than one way to get to Ten of Pentacles. So, you know, some may tell you that there's only this way and that's it. And it's nice to take others' perspectives there, but I feel sometimes too, Cancer, that we don't want to lose that sense of self there with Libra. We want to keep that autonomy and have that, when we're talking about with Virgo, that critical thinking type of energy, to still have that discernment of Virgo, that analytical mind, that chest testing things, but now there's more so of an openness to other ideas there with Libra. But And I feel like too it's just observing in how this relationships as well, with people, with things, whatever that's looking like. Three of Pentacles, how that affects your quality of work, your quality of manifestation. And I feel this is something there. I keep getting drawn to that blindfold on the justice, the figure in this justice card. It's like she still has one eye that's kind of sees things there, Cancer. It's like you can choose to ignore this stuff, these things that are around you, if you're not liking where the vibrations are at. But at some point we're going to need to pay attention. You can only ignore this stuff for so long, is what I'm kind of feeling with this energy. And that there is that, again, that universal law, what as within so without, as above so below. And if there's a conflict this time, I know it's like it's tipping the scales there, Cancer. But all right, Cancer, I think I'm gonna leave that there. Something to think about. Very, very interesting energy there, Cancer. But if you like that, Cancer, if anything resonated with you, give it a thumbs up. And oh wait, it didn't do the thingy. There it goes. And share this, Cancer, if you know someone who's been, because I feel, Cancer, again too, that's a really nice way. And there are multiple ways of doing this, but I feel like creativity really is a great one to connect with source, to really see how something makes you feel. I feel like that emotional, because the Queen of Cups is too that learning of how emotional, well, how things make us feel. And then it evolves from that Queen of Cups. Once we have that understanding, then we get to the King energy, where it's the application of that, where the wisdom comes in there. So, and I feel like right now, with all this queenly energy that's coming through here, it's now we're in this sort of learning phase, this sort of like, we're past like the knight and the page energy, where it's just like kind of new, kind of fresh, and now it's getting more refined, because we're asking ourselves, we're being more intentional, more direct, being more receptive to our needs, in a sense there, Cancer. I like that. And then subscribe there, Queen. Hit that bell button, you get notified on all these videos each day. And then last little bit there, Cancer, check your sun, moon, rising, and Venus placements for your reading there, Cancer. But check your chart, get to know yourself, get to understand how you feel, how you think. Maybe you got a lot of Earth. I met an Aries not too long ago. I didn't get the details of the chart, but I did. She had informed me that she has like she has like no water in her chart. No planets in water per se. We all have water in our chart, and it's just expressed that. But it was just kind of fascinating to kind of see how that works. And like as soon as I got her energy paid, it changes the vibration, how we interacted with it. So it's amazing how you intuitively shift. I met a Capricorn that say it was a lot of cardinal energy in there. Now that I'm thinking about it, with me Cancer, we was missing was Libra. But yeah, just it's pay attention to that, Cancer. Learn about yourself, and then come over to my other channel, Alchemist 8. I do weekly videos, monthly ones, yearly ones. I'm getting closer. We're getting ready to talk about this Aquarius, because Aquarius season is about to be a lit one. They got a lot of they're starting off this energy off pretty big there, Cancer. So it's a lot to look forward to. Oh, my candle went out. And all that housekeeping, Cancer, is down in the description box below. But let me get you surprise cards here. So I can get you out of here, Cancer. So you have the Ten of Swords here, Cancer. And I feel this card is asking us where we have kind of betrayed ourselves in a sense. But and maybe we had some relationships where we may have felt betrayals as well there, Cancer. But I feel with this energy too, with the moon being, I'm glad this came up, because I wanted to mention that earlier, that when it comes to the moon in Libra and relationships, it's a two-way street there, Cancer. Even if a situation happens where, maybe you were lied to, maybe was some sort of cheated, maybe some sort of whatever that's looking like, it's just like, again, I'm not saying that we're absolving the person of what they've done, but asking yourself too, in what ways did you play a part in this dynamic shifting this way? What happened in the relationship that went from A to B? and how both energies were interacting in that, and I feel that's why Libra, because Libra energy is never balanced. It's the search for that balance. But there's something that's always, the scales are constantly always trying to get in. But I feel when we lock up, when we do have that balance, is when there's that epiphany of that there is an imbalance in something. And that's when we tip the scales back. Because it's like beforehand, it's like, oh, okay, bam. Oh, something's out of whack. Okay, well, if that makes sense, Cancer, that sounded a little more profound in my head. But, but, yeah, just I feel like paying attention to that as well. And what do we learn from that? How do we go operate and go forward? I had something that happened not too long ago, and where, and that's how I went about it, Cancer. And that's how I feel like I was able to process this, because I wasn't activated or acting in my highest vibration either. And I did learn a lot from that as far as like how to go with relationships going forward. And it has been very enlightening there, Cancer. So, and it can be, and you don't have to be this thing. You don't have to let this past thing, I feel like, pin you down, as well as this idea of yourself. The Ten of Swords is heralding this end of delusions. So, and like kind of seeing things in a newer light there, that all right, yeah, now you got to take some moment. Five of Pentacles, process this stuff. Nine of Swords, go through, process these sort of darker energies, or maybe sides of yourself or another person possibly there. But then it's just like, how do we come with that Queen of Cups energy, that energy of compassion and understanding, is that this is where they were at in their journey. But maybe we'll meet at a different vibration. But, and how beautiful, Cancer. What a lovely thing. What a lovely thing to end on. Basically what we're talking about. You got the transformation card here, Cancer, and this is the card of who are you becoming. And I feel that and that's perfect with this creativity, because we're constantly changing all the time there, Cancer. So who are you becoming? What are these relationships? How are they transforming you? And how are you transforming others? What do you bring to the table that gets people thinking differently? And pay attention to how your vibration does affect others at Cancer, because it can get you. I have Jupiter conjunct my ascendant in Leo, and so that's big. That's this big energy. And I've been walking in that a lot more, and kind of embodying more of that optimism. How can that presence raise the vibration in a sense? And I had someone compare me to, there was a song that came on, that Empire State of Mind, and someone had told me that that's what my energy reminded them of, was that song. And I thought, and I thought that was really cool. And then I thought about how that song made me feel, and I was just like, and it's like, really, like, thank you for that. And it's interesting to see how you can, and this is not someone I talk with often, so it's like the fact that they've had, and first impressions matter there, Cancer. You can really have a lasting impact on someone. So be thinking about this pretty broad stuff. That I like this, and get us thinking more creatively, Cancer. I'm with this. So yeah, I think I'm gonna leave that there, Cancer. That was cool. So you stay safe out there, and feel safe. I feel, to express yourself, to allow however you need to express that creativity, through song, through dance, through art, through crafts, through maybe you need to do some science there, Cancer. Maybe we need to whatever it's looking like, Cancer. Keep eyes on the moon. Understand your relationship with yourself, and how your energies are being manifested, and how the moon is communicating to you on a subconscious level there, Cancer. And yeah, just really pay attention to that, and how that transforms you. And I will catch you, Cancer, on the next one tomorrow.